everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Emma, and today we're going to be doing another Happy Home Paradise build, but this one is a bit different because I finally unlocked the hospital. So I'm really excited to do something very kind of structured, a bit different, using all of the new furniture, which I've not really used before, so that should be interesting. Thank you, Lottie. Let's get our uniform on and create a hospital. I love how caring she seems to be. After her experience the other day, she got taken away. I won't ruin the story for you if you haven't got to that part yet, but as always, when creating a facility, the first thing we need to do is select the exterior. For my hospital, I'm thinking about doing something that's blue and white because those colours feel very clean and clinical to me, so I'm going to use that in the exterior as well. I think that looks pretty good. Very hospital-esque, if that's a word. I don't think it is. But yeah, let's get on with the interiors. So if you haven't unlocked the hospital yet, there is two rooms. The first room is the waiting room, which is what we're going to be working on later. And then the back room is the examination room. So first things first, I'm going to think about the reception area. I've got these checkout counters in a nice white colour. They're very clean, sleek. I thought that they would be perfect for a hospital reception desk. And then I'm just playing around deciding which chairs I'm going to use for the reception area. I think the simple chairs are going to win out. The den chairs are just a little bit big, and I'm not sure about the colour of the other kind of round chair. So I think that those will be nice to try and incorporate the blues and the whites that I want to go with for this area. I did struggle with picking out the kind of wallpaper, and then I remembered I had this fantastic code set left over from a glow sticker video that I did. So I thought what I would do is use this custom design for the wallpaper, which is by an amazing creator, mistycove.isle on Instagram. Definitely go and check her out because she has so many different kind of geometrical, very more structured kind of patterns in lots of different colours. So if you're struggling for pattern colours, pattern designs or wallpaper designs, definitely have a look at her, and hopefully there'll be one there because she's done so many now. A lot of them are also on my Pinterest as well, so check that out. So I did the glow sticker combo with the custom design wall, and I thought that looked quite kind of nice, a little bit upmarket, what you might expect in like a doctor's reception area, I guess. And then I'm just trying to figure out where to put the placement. I was a little bit disappointed that I didn't have the simple pillars and simple counters unlocked, because in a white colour they would have been perfect, but I don't think the wood quite goes with this build, so that's why I've decided not to use them. But they would have looked great in this area, and I feel like I could have done something really nice, but obviously I need to work more on my Happy Home Paradise. So I'm just going to go ahead and have a little bit of a play with the patterns that I've chosen. The solid blue on the wall was quite kind of overbearing, and I think it looks better using the white with the blue and then having the more solid blue on the fabric patterns. And then I'm just still having a play around deciding which rug to go for. I think just the plain kind of ivory one was quite nice, just something quite simple. And then obviously you need some reading material while you're waiting in your doctor's surgery, so I've used the magazine rack, lots of plants just to add a little pop of green here and there. And then I think I need to figure out what I'm going to do with this reception area. I thought maybe just do it kind of like in the corner over there, but I actually think maybe having like a whole section for it will be quite nice, and then I can fill it up with officey materials like printers and shelving and things like that. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. Add in a little bit of a coffee table for the waiting area. I did think about changing up the sofas, but I think that they look quite nice just all matching and having the same one. Some uniformity there, and then lots more reading material, and I thought some nice kind of paintings up on the wall would be a nice addition. I kept forgetting that because of the glow stickers I couldn't move things any higher, so that was a bit disappointing, but I think the lights are just at the right height, and I'm just going to put them in this nice area so it's well lit, and a clock so you know what the time is. Are the doctors running late for your appointment or not? Then hopefully it'll be able to tell you. I switched out some of the lights just to add in some more greenery with the potted plants. I thought that they were quite nice. And then some toys for our younger visitors, or patients I should call them, I guess. So just going to add a scatter of them. I really wanted to add the toy box because that's got such a nice kind of light blue colorization, but unfortunately I didn't have it. So I'm just kind of making do with what kind of toy related items I do have. And then I wanted to find this coat hanger, iron hanger, a coat hanger. I feel like that's the right word, but it doesn't sound right in my head. Just for the entrance way, so that if you need to, you can hang your coat up. And I thought some water would be a good idea just to keep our patients happy and hydrated. Very important. Okay, so I'm just collecting some office items now. I'm going to add in this medicine cabinet just because it's very kind of hospital doctor feeling. And I think I might use them as like the backdrop for the whole reception area. I think that they will look quite nice. I can get some items on top of them. Don't forget to stack your items to add in more detail if you can, if they allow it. I think it's just really nice to add some extra height to a build. It's going to be very snug in there. You're not actually going to be able to get in, but that's okay because only the receptionist needs to be behind there. Just adding in some tables as well, just so I can get some more items on. I struggled to know which one to pick, but then I thought this one would be quite nice. It is slightly higher, which made me have to adjust the kind of wall items, but I think it's quite nice having the contrast between that and the counter desks. And then some hand sanitizer, very important for, well, in my head that's what it is. I don't think that's actually what it is, but it does look like hand sanitizer. So if you're entering the doctors, make sure that you're clean. And then just some office related items. We've got some laptops, books, might have to sign some forms when you're visiting, and a little bit of music to keep the ambiance nice in the doctor's surgery. I'm sure it wouldn't be nice, but it might mask the cover of people coughing and spluttering everywhere. And then we're nearly done. I'm just kind of adding on some more wall items here and there just to finish off the area. So I'm thinking like bulletin boards are very appropriate for this area. Maybe some ceiling signs so that you know when your number's ready and you can go through to be seen by the doctor now. All this fancy technology. There we go. Got some ceiling lights as well. I feel like we need a doormat, but I don't really like these options, so maybe the blue one's the best one. So now it's time to move on to the examination room. I have a bit of a plan for this room. I feel like one half of the room should be like the doctor's examination area where they can see patients, speak to them, find out what the problem is, discuss their ailments and diseases, etc. And then over on the right hand side, I'm going to do a bit of a ward where the patients can recuperate, relax, get better until they're ready to go home. So the examination table, I'm going to use that really nice item for the hospitals. That is one of the kind of required items. You need to have a desk, so I'm going to use that. A couple chairs is also a required item, so in we go. I did start off by putting everything kind of at the back, but then it left me with an odd space down here, so I decided to move everything down and then use the partition walls to separate off this area to give the doctor and the patient some privacy. I tried to use the hospital screen because I really like it, but I just think that because of where it is, it might need to change, and giving the doctor their own medicine cabinet so that they can prescribe medication to the patients, and then just lots of kind of doctor related items that you might see in a GP's office, something to measure your height and weigh you, and then something to clean up. Although, no wait, that's the operating. Something to operate on you with. I thought it was a sink for a minute. It's not, is it? But there we go. And then some scales as well. And then I'm going to add some lighting. It's a bit dark due to the partition walls in here, so the doctor definitely will need to be able to see whatever it is that you're reporting to them. And then adding in some wall items. I don't know why the periodic table would fit here, but I just liked how kind of white and clean it was. In my head, it's more of, you know, when you go to the opticians and up on the wall they have all the letters to see if you can actually read them. So there we go. And some storage just for more medicines and medical supplies. So I think that's pretty much the doctor's area done. Time to move on to the actual ward bit, choose which beds we're going to have. I like these because they're kind of more retro hospital as opposed to the other hospital beds, and the gurneys aren't quite what we're looking for. So I'm going to use them, give the patients some bedside tables. I've decided to put them in the middle just because of the way the kind of room is and the tilage. And then we'll give them some water and some other kind of like hospital related items, a cup of tea, because although I don't like tea, I feel like that is something that the nurses would bring you when you're in bed just to make you try and feel better. And some more plants just to add some nice foliage to hopefully that will make the patients feel a bit better. You know, plants give off that fresh air, so hopefully that will help. And I did think about adding in some mats just for a bit of comfort. They didn't look quite right, so we removed them. I do want it to kind of feel comfortable as like a hospital can be. I feel like no one wants to be in hospital, so it's hard to make it feel homely and nice. I didn't know you could put items on top of the vintage TV. There you go, you learn something new every day. That's pretty cool, actually. And then just adding like a little bit of a medical station over here. This drip item is so funny. It's so cool that we have it in the game. I wonder if that can be customized. I don't think it can, but it would be interesting if it had blood in it. I'm thinking for like Halloween, that with like a blood splatter underneath would be pretty cool. We're way off Halloween. It's not even March yet, so I don't know why I'm thinking about that. And then a wheelchair so that the patients can get around the hospital if they're not feeling too well. There we go, a little towel basket for some supplies, just lots of different things that you might find in a hospital. And then I'm going to add in a nurse's station as well, using another one of these examination tables, just because I feel like the nurses will have somewhere that they can go and do their work. And give it some wall shelves as well. These are really nice little items just to fill up a wall. I haven't really done much building with them, but I think that they would be great for a kitchen. And then we'll add in some paintings as well, just to give the patients something to look at. And finally, some lighting. This little blue rug actually did work. I said I didn't want a rug, but yeah, I think that one works quite nicely. Just a little one. And then an exit sign, because you know, health and safety. So that was pretty much it. That's our ward area done. And I've decided to name my hospital after a very famous TV hospital, and that is Seattle Grace. If we've got any Grey's Anatomy fans out there, hello. I used to love it. I was addicted to it. I kind of haven't watched it in a long time. It seems to have gone a bit downhill, but the original series were great, kind of easy watching, and I loved it. Until they killed off Derek, and then that made me sad. But nonetheless, I'm gonna use it as my inspiration for a name. So here we are. Here is the kind of montage, the slow montage. I've gone for Monique as my receptionist, but I made her dress up as a nurse. I don't know why, but I feel like she looks quite cute dressed in her nurse dress and with the little hat on. There are the patients. Jeremiah really doesn't look very well, does he? And then this is the montage for the examination room. For the doctor, I chose Admiral, mainly because he looks a bit suspicious, and I was like, I don't know if I would want to be treated by him, but I'm sure he'd be lovely. And then Quilson there, just not very well. Poor Quilson. Here is all the beds. And then yeah, that's pretty much the end of it. And then Lottie makes us all gather outside for a celebratory photo. So here it is. This is my hospital team. thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments what you've done with your hospitals. Have you gone for kind of a children's hospital theme? Have you done like a sleek modern hospital? Maybe you've even done like, I don't know, a super busy ER area where there's like blood and gore everywhere. That would definitely not be up my street. I would feel a little bit sick. But yeah, whatever you've done, let me know in the comments and I would love to hear about it. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon with another video. Bye bye.